Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another Pours Unknown video where we have drawn this sample at random from our Pours Unknown sample pool, and we're going to taste it totally blind. Where we're going to smell it, taste it, rate it.
Yep.
Then we're going to find out the price and see if that changes our rating and if we feel it's a good value for what's in the glass or not. Before we find out what we're drinking, we do it this way so that we eliminate all the labels and hype and bias that can even come from price tags and all that. We're going to see what the whiskey is telling us. We want to eliminate all that other stuff. Let's get this thing on the nose.
Let's do it. This smells like sweet corn. Like,
really?
No. Sweet, the candy corn. I'm sorry. I said sweet corn. I meant candy corn.
Like almost like a sugary,
Like
sugary thing.
concoction of solidified sugars.
Okay, there we go. I would say the first thing I thought of when I smelled this was a jelly-filled pastry.
A jelly-filled pastry?
Filled.
Oh. Yeah.
Jelly-filled pastry.
A field of jelly and
There's jelly.
pastries?
There's a field with, yeah.
Ooh, nice. I can dig it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at this. It has a little bit of fluffiness to it, which when I get that fluffiness, it's hard to describe what that is. Maybe if you've ever smelled it, you know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't smell thin. It doesn't smell high proof, but it smells like it has a little bit of that
little body to
kind of sugary, almost like a cotton candiness or something. Not saying it smells like cotton candy, but there's like a cotton candy's fluffy.
Like a thickness.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm getting like specific candy corn because it's like a solidified, not hard candy, but it's a chewy sugar.
Yeah.
It's not just a liquid sugar.
And I should say, this to me smells like something in the raspberry strawberry vein, but probably more raspberry filled pastry.
Interesting, because I'm not getting the tartness of raspberries, but we shall see.
I'm getting the sweetness of a raspberry, but not the tartness. Let's get this on the palate.
I feel like this doesn't taste as sweet as it smells, and that's not a bad thing. I might need another sip, though, to get an opinion.
Yeah, my first impressions on that were that it was quite thin.
Yeah.
Quite watery tasting.
The viscosity is thin, which is disappointing because we just said it didn't taste thin. Or it didn't smell thin.
It really, to me, it tastes very, very watery on the first sip, and we'll go back for a second sip and see if that changes. But I just want to highlight that really surprised me.
Yeah.
Some people might compliment this glass and say it's silky or smooth, but to me, it just comes across kind of watery, and the flavor feels very dulled down.
Yeah.
So
and that might be because we had certain expectations after smelling it.
Maybe. Let's get another sip now that we know what we're dealing with and see where we're at.
There's a little bit of earthiness to it.
Yeah.
Is it like a young straw earthiness?
I can kind of see you there. To me, it just tastes oaky. And if oak goes young enough, I think it does cross over into that straw type of taste, like young wood.
That's what I'm getting.
And I am getting more oak on the second sip for sure, although it's not coming across super young to me, but it's also not coming across old either. It just has a nice oaky element that kind of comes in, but I still would call this a very approachable, fairly smooth, easy sipping pour.
Yeah.
Tastes kind of watered down, kind of in that 90-ish, drinks like it's in the 90 proof range, but it's generally good, generally sweet. Yeah. I think everything carried over from the nose to the palate for me.
I think it wasn't as sweet on the palate as it was on the nose for me, which when those two don't match, I sometimes need some time to adjust to that. But this isn't such a huge disparity that I'm like mad about it.
Yeah. You ready to get one more sip and get some ratings together?
Yep.
Let's go.
Man, there's something like right before I swallow, there's like a funkiness there. And I don't know if that's the straw I'm getting. There's something, and I can't pinpoint what it is, that I don't love.
Interesting. Okay.
And I wish I knew what it was.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I'm reading that as just a kiss of barrel char.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
And it's the way it's coming across, barrel char oak underneath the sweetness. And the sweetness that I was getting, that kind of raspberry pastry sweetness, is still there. Not tart like a raspberry, but that type of sweetness is still there.
Like a berry sweet.
I have a rating on this.
Okay.
Do you?
Yep.
Where are you at?
I'm just okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I could take it or leave it. I don't have to have it, so it's just okay.
Yep, just okay for me as well. Again, that doesn't mean we don't like it. It just means we could take it or leave it. I like it. If I was over at someone's house and they poured a glass of this for me, I would drink it happily.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't ask for another glass. I'd ask to try something different. I'd rather keep moving on. It's not wanting to keep me coming back.
Yeah.
But I absolutely would finish the glass
Yeah.
and enjoy
And
the
I
glass
wouldn't-
for what it is.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah. So we're going to find out price and see if
Okay.
that changes our just okay ratings. If it's really inexpensive, I could go up to a thumbs up. But if it's pricey, I could go down.
Well, let's see.
So we'll see. In our Pours Unknown pool, this is number 86.
All right.
So the price is...
The price of this right here is $60.
That feels pricey for what you're getting. to me.
I'm not mad at the price. I'm not gonna ding it for being $60. I'm gonna stay at just okay. There are other $60 whiskeys that I would buy more. Not probably buy more. I would buy before I would buy this.
Yeah.
So I was saying just okay.
And that list is very long. Sometimes we say things like that, and people are like, well, what are they? You know, and that's a valid question.
well, one of the things
We would-
right off the top of my head is Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Yeah, I mean, we would be here all day listing the things that we
Yeah.
would buy for $60 over this. Not that it's bad. Again, it's just
Correct.
for $60 we can get something that's a little higher proof, a little bit more to our flavor.
I think that's for me. I don't care about the proof as much as to my flavor profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stay just okay as well. It's for somebody. It's just not quite my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna go thumbs down. I'm not gonna say hard pass. But I definitely could take it or leave it. If I bought a bottle of it, I probably wouldn't buy another one for a very long time
We'd
unless
finish what we had and then probably be fine.
Yeah.
Not replacing it.
unless I just wanted to buy something with this flavor profile for people who might visit and want something that's a little bit more on the tame side.
Okay.
There we are. What are we drinking?
We are drinking Basil Hayden 10-year.
Oh, wow.
And this is
80 proof.
This is 80 proof.
Okay, that's why it tasted so watery.
Yeah. For being 80 proof, I do have to say it does taste better than I expect an 80 proof whiskey to taste.
Yeah.
And this is thanks to Bill and Delia Kavanaugh. However, that being said, I would not have guessed that it was a 10-year.
Okay, so now that I was thinking it could be like in that 6 to 8 range, kind of the standard bourbon aging range for like not bottom shelf products, but definitely not higher shelf products. Now that we know what it is, let's take a sip of it and see if we get anything different.
Nope. Same.
So
There's something weird still in that first little bit.
I think it's the nuttiness of Jim Beam and the way it's coming across at that proof point. It kind of amplifies it, and sometimes we read nuttiness as oak because it's not a strong peanuttiness,
Right.
but there is
It's like
underlying
a
nuttiness there.
dryingness.
Yeah.
That's not. It doesn't physically dry my tongue out, but it tastes like dry.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think it does. Hopefully it does for you guys as well. Good product to try because it's out there on shelves. It has pretty packaging. I think the 10-year is a somewhat limited release, but it comes out fairly regularly. You can probably find it. And there are probably people who see it on shelves and think, man, do I really want to spend $60 for this 10-year because it has a 10-year age statement? I think I would much rather just buy like a 10-cup 10-year for $40 or for $50.
Yeah. However, the flavor of that is completely different than this. So
It
they're
is,
not
yeah.
this. They're both 10 years, but they're not the same flavor at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for what this is, I would prefer that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this was very interesting. If you like this style of video, if you like blind tastings, subscribe to the channel because this is what we do over here all the time.
Yeah.
Almost all of our videos are blind tastings. Like it if you like this video. Like it. Do the thumbs up thing down
Do the
there.
thing. You know what to do.
And hit that bell if you want to join us for a live stream.
Yeah.
We do those once a month, and we would love to have you join us.
Absolutely. That's it for today. Be good to each other, and until next time.
Cheers.